Welcome back, sleepers. Today we're going to be looking at the Landsraad and how it may play out in the MMO Dune Awakening. The Landsraad was the body that represents all of the great houses in the universe of Dune. At one time, there may have been 100 houses sitting in the Landsraad, but there was as few as 35 and as many as 157 at one point because, well, Dune takes place over a very long period of time. As many as 13,000 worlds were under control of the Landsraad, so it's a big part of the bureaucracy of how the Imperium was run, a bit like a UN between the groups of houses, both the small houses, the minor houses, and the major houses. The major houses obviously having a lot more political influence, and so this required a lot of alliances between the houses if they wanted to get things done. Even the Emperor has to abide by the rules. For example, at the Battle of Arrakeen, the Emperor had to disguise the Sardaukar troops as Harkonnen troops because otherwise it would kind of break the rules. He's not supposed to be picking sides. He's not supposed to be giving his support to one side or another, much less letting them borrow his troops. Not a directly big part of the Landsraad, but part of the political system is CHOAM, which is the marketing body. It's the big mercantile system. If you want to buy something or have something constructed or things like that, they're the monopoly that controls all of the shopping. They're like Walmart. There's the Bene Gesserit. They don't have a seat directly, but they are advisors and concubines to many of the houses. They do exert a huge amount of influence, but for their own goals that they really don't share with anybody. And probably the most important political part is the Spacing Guild. Without the Spacing Guild, the interstellar travel doesn't happen, and interstellar trade would stop, and so no money moves. But without spice, the guild can't move. So there's this balance between these parts in the political system. So how would all of this play out in the MMO? We know that you can pledge to either House Atreides or Harkonnen at the start. They said they might add a third faction later, but right now the two major houses on Arrakis are Atreides and Harkonnen. And you can kind of pledge to them as an individual, and through those you get objectives from them to do things. As a player guild, though, so if you guild up with your friends, once the guild picks a side, the whole group is with that side. You can get faction gear like building pieces or vehicle skins to kind of show your support for that side, kind of show your colors. You can betray your side, but you can only do it once because they're not going to take you back. From what they've said, you have to go and talk to the representatives of the houses to figure out what they've been tasked with accomplishing. So the Landsraad will tell the representative they need a thing, and then the representative will tell you, their little worker bees, to go do a thing. And these objectives may require the factions to work together to win the Landsraad support. Player-run guilds within those factions will have their own ideas of how to win support. During the Landsraad meetings, houses can participate in politics such as trading agreements, including the spice prices, which would have a knock-on effect on your taxes. Whatever alliances are going on with the major minor houses and I guess guilds maybe, and how Canley and the formal war, the Cold War thing that's going on might impact stuff. What that might actually look like, we don't know yet. And that's going to be a great part of the learning the game and the system, and I can't wait to get out on the sands and figure it out.